Okay boys, yo, what's going on? It's been a bit since a new League video, but here we are, finally time to break down something else. The League's been announced, 3rd of November, Shattered Relics it's called, and if I recall correctly, that's basically what I called last time. I genuinely thought the League was going to be somewhere mid-November, like the 21st or something, but I'm actually really glad it's early November so it doesn't run through Christmas, because I think everyone will be busy at that point. By the way, if you guys want to join in on the Theorycrafting, we have a channel in the Discord called Leagues Discussion. Get in there, get in the Discord, the link is in the description, and think along with us if you want. Also, if I say anything that you want to add on to or disagree with or agree with, you can leave it in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Let's Theorycraft together. That's the fun part of it. But I'm going to put a couple points on the screen that are very, very important. Firstly, you want to focus on completing as many tasks as possible as early as possible, so you can start unlocking stuff that gets you more tasks and more points. I mean, this is kind of a given, but relics won't be as overpowered as last time. So you will only be able to get shatters or like parts from a relic, fragments I think they were called, and they're not gonna be as strong. So you're gonna have to unlock more and more as quick as you can. It's going to be a lot slower progress, especially at the start, until you get your big relics, I think. It's also always going to be worth it to unlock multiple small skills that are cheaper than one big skill. For example, I'd advise you guys to wait with Slayer for as long as you can, because other skills are going to have the same amount of tasks, maybe a little less, but if you can unlock multiple small skills, it's going to be better than one big skill like Slayer, which is probably not going to have as much points as those small skills combined. Alright, to the actual grit and bone of this video. Let's assume we start in Ardougne. I'm gonna say Ardy, because Ardougne, I don't really know how to say it. No one knows. Assuming what we said in the last video is right, I'm going to be making 3 videos on potential spawn points. Today we're doing Ardy, but the next one might be on the 3 Gnome Stronghold or Soul Wars. I'll still have to figure it out, but we talked about that last time. So let's assume we start in Ardy. Which skills do you want to unlock and which bosses do you want to go for? So I made a little graphic to show you what we are going to be unlocking at the start. This is only to get you started. This is not your whole game plan, but these are 3 skills and a boss that would be really beneficial to unlock early on, and I'll explain to you why right now. I think rushing Temporos for Ardy would be a great call, because I think Temporos is going to have a lot of tasks, and some of them are going to require you to get a lot of points. Now, you can only get a lot of points if you do it solo, duo, or trio, either way with a small group of people. And if you rush it early on, you're not going to have the problem that a lot of people are going to be doing it at the same time. So you can easily get these high-tier tasks, which require you to get a lot of points for Temporos, which will give you a lot of league points at the start of the game. Now, how are you going to get 30 fishing for the Temporos requirement? Well, pretty easy actually. You just need to get 30 fire making, you do Sea Slug, and that'll catapult you up to 39 fishing. After you get 39 fishing, you unlock probably the biggest teleport in the early game, which is the fishing trawler teleport. It allows you to get back to Ardy incredibly quick without having the Ardy cloak. So after you're done with Sea Slug, I advise you to instantly teleport to Lumbridge. If the home telly gets you to Ardy, then just die in the wilderness, pull the lever, and then just die at the Hellhounds over there. Unless if you die, you also go to Ardy. How to get the Lummy from Ardy quick? Okay, I spent some time thinking. This wasn't easy, to be fair. If we spawn in Ardy, our home teleport is in Ardy, and dying also puts us back in Ardy. It's a pretty difficult way to get to Lumbridge, but I think you just have to... Let me open the world map here. I think you'll just have to ship to Remington and then run from there. It's pretty far, but you'll be able to make it to Temporos somewhat quick, assuming we have unlimited run. Now, if we already unlock one of the 3 skills, fire making, fishing, thieving. Oh yeah, by the way, I've not told you, but yeah, you have to unlock fire making for this to work as your first skill. Otherwise, you can't get 30 fire making and you can't complete Sea Slug, and then everything's done. Now, for fire making, you obviously need woodcutting, so you might have to unlock that one as well. Now, this doesn't take into account which ones we already get at the start. If we get fire making or woodcutting at the start, that is super easy, and you can just speed run through it. Imagining if we get thieving at the start and you don't have to unlock that, which I said in the previous video. So I think to have the most variety in your gameplay, to not have everyone having to do the 3 Gnome Stronghold course, to not have everyone pickpocketing men to progress, I think they're going to give us 2 skills so you can still choose which league points you want to get, and then we're stuck with 3 skills being attack, agility, and thieving. Imagining if we get thieving at the start, you're in an absolute gold mine in Ardy, and I'll tell you guys in 2 seconds why that is. But let me quickly finish my previous thought. So if we can get the Lummy, you can get the Temperos, and you can get the high point tasks knocked out of the way, and then use the fishing trawler teleport to get back. So now you're back in Ardougne. And by the way, if this doesn't work at the start, if you can't unlock fire making and woodcutting at the start, then just flip these tactics and do this first. In Ardougne, you unlock thieving. You've got a bunch of cake stalls and all that stuff, but that's not really what we're looking at. There is a crap load of quests that give you an insane amount of thieving XP with the multiplier in Ardougne. Obviously, you need thieving for the Ardougne Easy Diary, so make sure to get those levels early and then start completing your Easy Diary tasks. You start off with the quest Hazil Cult, and you take the Evil Road, so you don't have to defeat a level 13. You get 2,000 coins from that and a bunch of thieving XP. Now those 2,000 coins are going to be important for transportation, obviously. That should give you enough thieving to start doing Tribal Totem, which gives you an additional 6,000 thieving XP. Now at that point, you're already 30 thieving or more, and you've unlocked another easy or medium task. Check your task lists at that point to check if there's any stalls in Ardougne you gotta pickpocket or steal from to get another task, which is probably likely, because there's a lot of stalls there. Probably the silver stall or something will probably be a task. Just steal that, get more points. Fight Arena, very underrated thieving reward on that quest. A bunch of attack XP, also a bunch of thieving XP. Your thieving will be 50 at this point. Then you could opt to do Sheep Shearer for 2,000 GP again. So at that point, you're rocking with 4,000 GP in your inventory. And then it might be time to go to Temperos. So we've got 3 or 4 skills that we got at the start of an Ardougne spawn, which is fire making, fishing, thieving, and then probably woodcutting. But that woodcutting is also only needed to get your fire making to 30. So you could do it with normal logs and just don't get woodcutting XP. If you've unlocked woodcutting at that point, by the way, you could just complete Monk's Friend and get like 30 woodcutting in one go, so you can instantly start with oaks and willows when you can. But I didn't really account for woodcutting in this guide because you can probably just normal log to 30 fire making in like 15 minutes. So maybe you don't need woodcutting at all. It just depends on what you get at the start. And my assumptions, as mentioned in the previous League video, will be that we probably unlock thieving, especially when we're at Ardougne. There's so much to thieve, it'd be very weird to not get it. So the only 2 unlocks you really need is fishing and fire making. So add woodcutting to that to just make your life a little bit more easy, I guess. Or later, mining, so you can do Plague City, get instantly like 30 mining, and get that Ardougne cape because you need biohazard for that one, and that's the only thing you need. Anyway, that was a lot of info, but I hope you guys do get a little bit of inspiration from that. I'll put a paste bin down below in the description so you guys don't have to re-listen to this video every time you want to check it again and do your own theory crafting. And it's definitely not as detailed as I make my actual plans, but I just want to start the conversation and help you guys with a brainstorm. So yeah, quick conclusion: fire making, fishing, thieving, and Temperos Rush. That's how you get started in Ardougne, in my opinion. If you have another opinion or you have other tactics, make sure to leave them in the comments or on the Discord, as I said at the start of the video. And I'll see you guys with the next League video or another Clue Man in a week. See you then. Peace. Happy theory crafting.